Look, hard-fought win. Second half, we really competed on the glass at a high level. Defensively, we were really good. These guys, the whole team, but obviously these guys both played great, made big-time plays. But you can go across the board. There was contributions by everyone that allowed us to get this win. And it's a big win for us. They're a good team. They return a lot of players, and I think we held them to their season low in points, certainly in the second half. So proud of these guys, and then we got to keep moving forward and continue to improve.
Yeah, then just Miryne, I guess, was there any extra motivation today? Because it seemed like from the start you were impacting the game and just not scoring, but defense. It was all over. You were just putting your hands all over it.
During the scout report, the coaches were telling me that even though I wasn't guarding the best player on the court, I had to be the most attentive player on the court. So I was locked in on that. And when I got my first rebound, I was like, hey, it's going to be a good night on the glass. And I just kept that mentality.
And then just really, I guess, what really gets you guys going for MAC play? It just seems like the last three games, there's just a little bit more motivation and more energy pregame, and you can see it just carried throughout the entire game for you guys.
I would just say looking down the tunnel of what's to come and where our goal is to get to. It's NCAA March Madness. So we just keep keying in on that and focusing on where we want to get to.
And then just really tonight was probably one of the bigger crowds you guys have had. And then just, I guess, the importance of you see the crowd get into the game early and just really be able to ride that throughout and just, I guess, talk about just how important that is for you guys to get them into the game.
Yeah, we're an energy group, and when fans are into it, that only adds more fuel to the fire.
And then, Sincere, I guess, could you just talk about maybe the defensive game plan tonight going up against the number one offense in the MAC, and then also having two of the top four players on offense?
Just keying into our assignments. I feel like our coaching staff did a good job of coming up with a game plan, and then out there we we played a lot harder and we punked them a lot of times, making them catch the ball outside of the arc, so they had to run their offense a little bit, giving us time to make mistakes and recover, and then we switched well, and we just talked and we rebounded.
And then just really when Toledo goes on that 17-4 run to end the half, I guess how are you able to regroup for that? And maybe was it a benefit that it happened at halftime that you were able to have a little bit more time to really think about what happened?
Really, we all just stayed level-headed. I mean, we knew they went on a run to end the half. We led the game we led that half for the whole 16 minutes. So we just had to fix a few things, and we knew what it was.
And then just lastly, how do you keep this momentum and keep it carrying on game to game?
I mean, it's not really nothing we have to do. I feel like it's just natural energy. This is who we are.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks, fellas. Good job.
And then I know we talked a lot about you want the defense to play without fouling, and that's exactly what they did there. At least to start the game.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys committed your first foul until about 10 minutes into the game.
I think both teams, right?
And then just, I guess, talk about how that was able to really set the tone.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, it's a great point. They're a team, they shoot free throws really well. We've gotten significantly better over the last 3 weeks at defending without fouling. Our defensive, you mentioned that run that they had at the end of the half. We were allowing them to get out in transition, and even some of our shots were like turnovers because they were quick shots that were leading to transition points for them. So we picked up our defensive energy in the second half, and we're able to sustain it for the entire half. And what you said about not fouling is it's really important for us to be able to continue to do that because it's a big key for us to be able to defend at a high level, especially against a great offensive team.
And then just Toledo being one of the better three-point shooting teams in the MAC, and it really allowed them to just keep staying in the game and all that. I guess just what goes into trying to slow down a team that's so good at shooting three-point?
Yeah, I mean, we did a good job with that tonight. 7 for 28 from 3. We have our game plan in terms of what we do against them, and it's been effective the last couple games, but certainly know that they have an explosive offensive team, and we just have to make sure from our end that we stay locked in on what we need to do. So defending three-point line is important against everybody, but especially against this team because they shoot it so well from so many positions.
And then just really rebounding is another thing you mentioned that the team had to get better at, and it seemed like today was probably one of the better rebounding games you guys
Yeah.
had all year, especially in the offense.
Yeah, I think that was the difference in the game. 20 offensive rebounds in the second half. Miryne had 7 for the game. Malik had 5 for the game. I think this is Malik's first double-figure rebounding game of the season. He's an elite rebounding guard, as you know. I mean, he's one of the best in the country from that position. So to see him get 13 rebounds, I feel like he's starting to get his legs back and play the way he's capable of. Miryne, 7 offensive rebounds, just terrific on the glass. And then to me, one of the big keys, Cloran in the second half, because he had 0 rebounds at halftime. He had 4 in the second half. I thought it really set the tone. He had taken no shots in the first half. He had no offensive rebounds in the first half. In the second half, he was 3 for 3, I think, on all offensive rebounds. It might have been 1 drop-off, but 4 offensive rebounds for him. Just, that type of physicality from him. He's the biggest guy on the floor. And, for him to be able to do that was huge for us. And I thought it set the tone in the second half, the way he rebounded.
And then you're 8-0 at home. I guess what's just so special about playing here?
Yeah, and I want to piggyback off what you said. I thought tonight was one of our best crowds of the year. And I think our next home game, our students, I think, are back in town from that point moving forward. We only have 6 more, if I'm not mistaken, 6 more or 7 more. We've played 2 league games at home. So we have 7 more league games at home. The team right now, we're 13-3, and we're 3-0 in the conference. Like, I'd love to see everyone get behind this team. They certainly deserve it, the way they played tonight, and the way we've played all year. Forget about tonight. The way we played all year. We're undefeated at this point at home, and the games just keep getting bigger and tougher. I know our next home game is a nationally televised game against a really good team in Ball State. We have 2 games before that on the road. So, but having that crowd energy is important, and it makes an impact. So for those that live in Kent or in the surrounding area and the students that see this, it would be awesome to have, the stands packed here starting next Friday when we play Ball State.
And then I guess just lastly, what can a win like this do for the team?
Yeah, I think our team is very confident. I don't think this win does anything more than a different win does for us, but it's a good win. I mean, Toledo's a good team, a really good team. They won the regular season last year in the league. They have a ton of experience back. They're a really good team. So it's a really good win. But as far as our team goes, I think they just view it as, the next game that we have to play, and we have to be ready on Friday when we play OU. And if we have this competitive spirit, we'll be great. And if we don't, then it's going to be a tough game, which they're a good team. So it's going to be a tough game regardless, but we need this competitive spirit.
One more question. What do you think it's going to take to win in Athens?
It's really, really tough place to play. They have maybe the best home court environment in the conference. And with it being a TV game, I'm sure they're going to do a great job trying to make it tough for us, but keeping our composure and doing the things we did tonight. We have to defend, we have to rebound, we have to play for each other. And if we can do those things, we'll be okay. Great. Thank you.